Ah, my friend. So good to see you again. Now that my head is cleared, the writing's been going very well. How went the relic hunting? Now all that remains is to finish my last few paragraphs and go speak to Meldil. I'm sure he'll be annoyed with me, but with the relics in hand and my sterling prose, I'm sure this is the start of a brave new chapter in my life. All thanks to you.
Buying and selling. Open for business. I have many fine goods.
See for yourself.
Prices have never been better.
There you are. It's about time you got here. Where have you been? I've been waiting for you to arrive for days now. Hold on. Are you all they sent? Didn't the tribunal send you? Well, no matter. I'm just glad you're here. This is Circa Mora, the Cirque. The Lotus Plague reached us right before the Malborn arrived. They claim they're here to help, but I don't trust them. In all the confusion, I'm embarrassed to admit that I lost track of my brother, Dethisum. He's the town consul. Yesterday he went to check on the townsfolk afflicted by the plague, but he's disappeared. Can you help me find my brother? Someone in town must know what happened to Dethisum. He loves to visit and chat with all of our neighbors. Come on. The sooner we find my brother, the sooner I can start thinking about dealing with the plague. Oh, by Vivek! Where are my manners, of course? That's the least I can do since you agreed to help me find my brother. What would you like to know? As the ranking member of House Redoran in this town, he's more or less the one in charge. He's good at it too. The townsfolk look to him for leadership and advice. And truth be told, so do I. The Malborn. They're a fairly new sect, as far as I can tell. Part mercenary group, part compassionate charity. They've been helping those afflicted by the plague. They showed up here and set up a quarantine, and now they claim they have a cure. They have members from across Morrowind, and they're always looking for new recruits. I heard one of them speak in Kraganmore. Lot of nonsense, if you ask me. Nostrum Breva is in charge of the quarantine, and she's the one handing out the curative. You haven't heard about the Lotus Plague? People get sick, turn violent. Some claim they become monsters, but I haven't seen it, at least not yet. The Malborn have a cure. They promise to fix this. That's why we let them set up their quarantine. Uncle, are you all right? You look so pale. No wonder my brother wouldn't let me come by to visit.
Don't worry about me. I'll be back on my feet in no time. But what about you? Your brother said that neither of you had taken the curative yet.
Uncle, I'm not sure about these Malborn, and their curative sounds too good to be true, but don't worry about me. Just take care of yourself.
I see Arona has conscripted a new soldier into her private army. Is Dethisum missing? He was by yesterday for a visit. I know he had other stops to make. He did seem concerned about the Malborn, though. Sealing themselves in their quarantine, no longer providing the curative. It made him furious. My niece's visit was more than enough. I feel better already. Besides, I've overcome worse ailments than a queasy stomach and a bad cough. I'll be fine. Well, a good conversation is like a hot bowl of guar liver soup. It soothes the aches that ail you. What did you want to ask? Well, I think it was 12 mornings ago. The day the wild nix got into the brooding elf's trash receptacles. Nostrum Breva had the quarantine up in a matter of days. Then she started distributing the curative. They call it the Lodos Plague. Maybe Vivek knows where it came from, but I certainly don't. I can tell you that it's going to have to try harder if it really wants to kill me. Or turn me into some kind of monster, if you can believe the stories. I am a bloodkin of House Redorum, if that's what you're asking. More a third cousin twice removed, if you want to be specific. But I've been close to Arona and her family since she and Dethisum were children.
Grell, are you in here? By the tribunal! Grell! Poor Grell. What in Oblivion's name happened to him? Let's get out of here. By the three, this place smells terrible.
me. I'm a terrible mess. You really must excuse my dreadful appearance. I haven't been feeling very well lately. By the way, you haven't seen Nostrum Breva, have you? She promised to bring me more of the Malborn curative. Dithisum, the town consul? Such a nice young man. Why, I do recall that he came to see me yesterday. He said he had other townsfolk to check on, but that he would bring me a curative as soon as he could. The curative? Remarkable stuff. Tastes awful, but wipes the plague right out of your system. One of those delightful Malborn gave me one a few days ago. Nostrum Breva, she called herself. But I think I need another dosage.
The sicker people get, the more incoherent they become, and now it looks like the rumors are true. The Lotus Plague does turn people into monsters. I don't think we're ever going to find my brother. The quarantine. I guess it makes sense that Dithisum would want to go see what the Malborn are doing in there, and I've yet to see any evidence that the curative works. All right, if you want to go to the quarantine, I'll go with you. The Malborn set up the quarantine around the old graveyard. In the beginning, they were letting people inside and freely distributing the curative, but they closed the front gate a few days ago and haven't responded to any of our requests. Dithisum provided them with the old graveyard key when they first arrived, and I've seen Malborn coming and going through the back gate. If we go to the back gate, I'm sure we can get one of the Malborn to let us inside. The back gate.
Hey, you're going the wrong way.
Who knew that so many afflicted would flock to the Cirque? All these people, they're so sick. A letter from my cousin. That's wonderful news. I'm glad to hear he made it to Stonefalls safely. Thanks for bringing this to me, friend. I was so relieved to get that letter from my cousin. Between knowing that he's all right and hearing that the Malborn have a cure for this plague, I am feeling so much better. Well, I'm not one of their recruitment liaisons, but I can tell you a little. They claim to be an altruistic organization, formed to help the common people of Morrowind. What's to understand? They're a volunteer organization. They say they fill the gaps left by the Tribunal and the Great Houses. They set up the quarantine here to help the afflicted, claim to have a cure for the plague. But that's all I know.
Don't say it. There's a cure. There has to be.
Look, it's just like I told you. The Malborn are using the back gate. Hey! What are you idiots doing? Do we look like plague husks to you? Did you see that? They attacked us. And for no good reason. Let's find the key and see what the Molborn are hiding in there.
You have to open those gates eventually, you swits! What are they up to in there? And why won't they let me get a look at their curative? Oh, sorry. I didn't see you standing there through the haze of my indignation. Can I help you? No, wait. You can help me. I'm the town alchemist, and I want to get a sample of the Molborn curative. They refused to give me any. Proprietary formula, they said. Well, I want to figure out what's in this miracle elixir. I don't trust anything labeled proprietary. Do you always skip ahead in the story? No one has an iota of patience anymore. But yes, I need a few bottles of the curative. I'm sure you'll be able to find some inside the quarantine. Then we'll see what's in this proprietary formula. Just watch your step in there. I don't trust these Molborn or their good intentions. As long as you promise to collect the curatives as soon as we're done, ask away. Not much. They say they're here to help, but they certainly don't act like any charitable caregivers I ever met. I don't trust them. Which is why I want to find out what's in the curative they're pushing on the populace. There's not much to tell. They claim the elixir is a cure for the Lodos plague, but I haven't seen anyone recover from the illness yet. But I could tell you more once you get me a few samples of the curative to examine. I'm an alchemist. I took over for Arnis when he retired. I also have a bit of training as a healer. Before the Molborn arrived, I was the one the townsfolk came to see when they got sick.
By the three, this place chills me to the bones. Let's see if we can find my brother and then get out of here.
Aid me!
To flank! I never really liked this place when it was just a crypt. But between the quarantine and the plague husks, it's gotten so much worse. Let's get moving. The sooner we figure out... Thisam, my brother, what happened to you? By the three, I fear the plague consumes you, brother.
Arona, what are you doing here? It's not safe.
The Maulborn attacked us, and the afflicted are turning into plague husks. Oh, Thisam, this is dreadful.
The Maulborn are spreading the plague. For some reason, they want everyone to become afflicted. They're not healers. They're monsters. The Lodos plague. I have no idea why. But it's clear to me that the Maulborn curative is actually the source of the disease. Whatever they're planning, you have to stop them. That's not important. Get my sister out of here and stop the Maulborn. Destroy the so-called curative and put an end to that mad woman, Nostrum Breva. Then convince her. I'm too far gone. I don't want to become one of those things and hurt my sister. Besides, she's a Redoran. She has a duty to the Cirque and its people. I knew you'd understand. Convince her to leave without me. I don't want her to see what happens next. I acquired some of the Maulborn poison. A death of my choosing is better than turning into a monster.
Is my brother ready? I need to get him out of here. That's ridiculous. Why in the world would he want to stay in this dreadful place? I won't hear another word. He's coming with me and we're going to make him better. He's not gonna die. He's not. Stop making sense, damn you. And damn him. And damn the Maulborn. Oof, all right. Just give me a moment to say goodbye. Don't do this, Thisam. The Cirque needs you. I need you.
Oh, little sister. The Cirque will be fine. And so will you.
Damn you, brother. I'm going to miss you, but I'll do as you ask. And you, meet me outside after you've dealt with these Maulborn bastards.
this my... Now, let me do this before I turn into a damn monster.
All right, we're done here. Pack everything up. We need to regroup with the other Maulborn cadres and deliver this plague to the rest of Deshan. You can't stop the Maulborn, you fool! We are the cleansing fire that burns across Morrowind!
Were you able to acquire any samples of the Molborn curative? I'm really curious to see what the elixir is made of. I've been watching the townsfolk who received the curative and came to the same conclusion. But I'll be able to tell for sure after I analyze the elixir. Take this. It isn't much, but I'm sure you didn't have too much trouble in there.
Thanks for your help. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some alchemical wizardry to perform.
My brother is gone, and I fear that my uncle doesn't have much longer. This plague, it's taken so many good people. And it was a bad one. Just when we need guidance and leadership the most, he left Circamora without a consul. Me? Yes, you're right. I have to be strong for the Cirque. Dethisum was still a swit, though. That's the same conclusion I reached, but at least the Cirque is safe, for now. Here, take this, for helping me find my brother and expose the true nature of the Molborn. The Molborn have been dealt with, but I could use a little more of your help if you don't mind. It's my uncle. He's still ill, and his condition has taken a turn for the worse. Nalene is working to develop some kind of treatment, but she could use your assistance. She can't work at her alchemy table and also gather the components she needs. Talk to Nalene. Let her know I ask you to assist her. She can be a little aloof, but she'll tell you what she needs you to do.
Yes? It's nice to see you again, of course, but I am kind of in the middle of something here. You certainly are an inquisitive one, aren't you? If you must know, Arnis lets me use his equipment until I can set up a shop of my own. Not that I really want to tell you my life story, but I was apprenticed to Arnis. Then the plague struck the Cirque and other priorities took precedence. I'll be on my own soon enough, provided the town survives this crisis. Did she? Well, I suppose I do. There are a few additives I require, but I can't very well walk away from my table while Ornis and the rest of the townsfolk need my skills. Even this interruption can prove disastrous where alchemy is concerned. I need Kind's Heart healing herbs, sour milk tea, and dragon scale mushrooms. The innkeeper usually has healing herbs. Grel Flan loved sour milk tea, and Sorel Tadas had a taste for exotic mushrooms. You should find what I need in those locations.
It's times like these when I wish I had more help around here. It's times like these when I wish... Well, I might have some around here someplace, but Kind's Heart is very rare and valuable. I can make a fair bit of gold if I hold out for the right price. What? Why didn't you say so? Ornis has always been fair and pleasant to me, and he's a good customer. Please, take this. It's all I have left.
Where did you go to get those ingredients? Windhelm? No matter, you're here now. Were you able to acquire everything on my list? Healing herbs, dragon scale mushrooms, sour milk tea. Yes, it's all here. I need to stay here and monitor my patient's condition. Go over to the alchemy table and mix those ingredients together, please. You did it? Well done. I never doubted you for an instant. Now, let me have the mixture, if you please. This appears to be perfect. I truly am impressed. Now we'll see what happens and leave the rest in the tribunal's hands. Our friend has done well. I'm not sure this will cure the plague, but it should at least slow down its progress. All right, that's it. Visiting time is over. Everyone out and let my patient rest.
I don't know how to thank you. Without your help, the Molborn would have destroyed the Cirque. I know. His fate is in the Three's hands now, but he certainly has a fighting chance thanks to you. Here, take this. There's no way I can truly repay you for what you've done for the Cirque, but it's a start.
I'm happy to say that the suppressant works. It's not a cure, but it should buy me the time I need to find a way to beat the plague.
That's wonderful news. If I wasn't worried about spreading the plague, I'd kiss you right on the lips.
Narcissus must hear of this, so the Molborn lied to everyone. I figured as much. This doesn't bode well for Narcissus, though. Narcissus sent me to investigate quarantined Cirque. Now that I know a mad cult is poisoning our people, I'm even more concerned. The Molborn are a menace. They're appearing all across Dashan. Even Narcissus is in danger. I need to stay here and finish my investigation. If you're heading south, would you carry a message to guard Verilu at Narcissus? She needs to know what happened here.
Easy, Siphonix, easy. My Nyx hounds are nervous. They smell the orcs in the pass. Citizens have been disappearing from the roads near here. I came to investigate and found these intruders. Orcs. They've been a problem in the mountains before, but this band is unusually aggressive and organized. I can't officially authorize it, but it sure would be useful to know why the orcs are here. I saw an orc studying a letter. Might be orders from somewhere. If you could get hold of a copy.
For the Covenant! Hammerfell.
I need a break.
Give a girl a hand. Where in Shaw's name did you come from? Never mind. Get me out of these ropes. I've tied myself up for fun. What does it look like? I've been captured by orcs. Cut me free. I've got an idea for getting back at these pig-faced snowbacks. Much better. That's one I owe you. I'm angry at myself for getting caught by these milk drinkers, and I hate that. I owe them a debt. Want to help me thwart their little invasion of Morrowind? In fact, I do. The orcs are carrying kindle pitch. I could smell it. Probably to burn elven houses. Kill some of these snowbacks, collect their kindle pitch, and throw it at their torches in the supply shacks. It'll be fun. I'm going to scout around and figure out our next move. Meet me at the huge gates after you set the supply shacks on fire.
What is the point of this?
My head! You can see me, outsider. I beg you, help me. My followers and I came here to investigate a great magical disturbance. We were ambushed and fallen upon by Kralek Gravortag, an orc necromancer. We were captured, we were beheaded. Kralek used some foul necromancy to bind our souls to our skulls. Mine sits upon his dark altar. The skulls of my followers were spread among the orcs, their souls to be used as slaves. He tortures us and torments us endlessly. Yes, that just might work. Find the skulls and bring them to Kralek's altar. We may be dead, but we still have power. We can pull Kralek to you. Yes, outsider. Other than Kralek, you're the first person I've spoken to since the beheading. was a priestess of the tribunal. I came here with a group of 6 other priests to seek the source of a terrible spiritual disturbance. What we found was horror. Kralek Gravortag is practicing terrible necromancy in this land. He studies a new art to bind the souls of the dead to morbid fetishes. We became his latest experiment. Kralek is cunning. For an orc, the spell can't be broken as simply as that. Killing him is the only sure way.
Thank you for releasing us.
We can never repay you.
What hope is there for me?
Now we strike back.
Sweet relief.
For the Covenant! For the Covenant! Ride of the Lion!
Look at the dancing flames. Did you get them all? Good. These orcs will be sorry they took me captive. We Nords appreciate a nice warm fire. Those Covenant banners are a source of pride to these louts. Destroying them would be a blow to their morale. I think you should burn them. Then here's the finish. Kill their leader Gruznak, the Impatient. If there's one thing an orc can't resist, it's a challenge. Blow the great horn by the gate. That'll bring him out. Meanwhile, I'll go find reinforcements. When you go for the banners, watch for the guards on the towers. Skiva calls himself Gruznak the Impatient. I guess these orcs consider recklessness a virtue. Can't say I think they're wrong. Just be careful. I hear Gruznak is one tough hawker.